one of the things I want to add to that too, in terms of some of the personalization that Eric was talking about, Google is highly local, right? So it's not a matter of ranking generally for insurance, right? Google is in the business of delivering results specifically to you, and I'm not talking about you as a general population. I'm talking about you, each and every one of you. Like, your results are going to be different, just across the table, right? And so, if I'm searching for insurance, to Eric's point, like, I'm going to get, some local insurance company in Los Angeles if I have that type of personalization turned on. So, it depends on the query, right? If I'm looking for something more local, you probably have a fighting chance. Because at the national level, I think people like Geico and Farmers, and they have that pretty much cornered. But again, I think it depends on the query, it depends on the industry.
So let's make it real specific. Let's take Expert Joe. Let's make it about me for a change, okay? Expert Dojo started 2-3 years ago. Learned a lot from my previous company that I needed to do a lot of very serious things to get to the top of the page. I have a good name because I have expert in there, and I'm kind of looking for experts. Dojo, probably not so good. It's going to bring me to Bruce Lee. But I've only been around for 2 or 3 years. I'm not even ranking on the page. And I'm a small business. Let's say I've got 3-5 grand a month that I can throw at this. What would you suggest that I do, going across the range of all of the different options I have, whether it's social, or whether it's blogs, or whether it's, standing naked on the street, or whether it's PR, or whether it's standing naked in the street for PR?
I mean, you can certainly do that. In the line, or in online, right? There is no such thing as bad press, because bad press equals more traffic to your site, right? I think that if we consider people who are just starting out doing SEO, like Expert Dojo, for example. Expert Dojo is a great brand name. You can certainly, you may not rank for Expert, you may not rank for Dojo, because the intent might be completely off. Because you run basically a shared workspace or an incubator or whatever, right? So those are more intent-driven type queries that you would want to include on your website. So if we're talking about nuts and bolts SEO, we're talking about using a particular set of keywords, like incubator in Santa Monica, a shared workspace, Santa Monica, for example. You want to use those consistently throughout particular elements of the page, from the title tag to the description, heading tags. Throughout the content, you probably want to create additional pieces of content around what you do as a business to really target the intent of why people might want to come, or why people might want to search for that particular type of business.
That's brilliant. And how do we check that our web developers have actually done that? Because my site looks lovely, but who knows what the hell they've done inside of it, if anything. I'll leave it with you for a second.
Well, yeah, you can, Control U is your friend with Chrome, and I'm assuming most people use Chrome in this audience because it's the #1 browser in the entire world. And so, looking at the source code, you can verify that those, the things that I just mentioned in terms of just like technical SEO items, you could verify yourself. There are also other tools that you could use to automate those processes. SEO tools for Excel is another good one, where you can just basically pull data. Screaming Frog is also another good one, where you can just automatically do pulls of data and stuff. They're very easy to check.